Thanks for joining Date with the Divas. Click on that subscribe button and all that jazz. Let's get to the tea on Treese.
You know how we were talking about Dr. Wendy Osefo and, her crimes and misdemeanors and all of that. Well, some tea dropped today. 3 days ago, a blind item came out. Now, y'all know what a blind item is. It's a story without names.
Mm-hmm. I didn't know. Thank you.
There is a there's a housewife, a real housewife, who has caught a case. She thinks she can fight it in court. She can't. But she's going to try to drag this out so that she can keep filming and make money before the case is settled. Keep watching. She's also going to try to throw her husband under the bus.
What?
Okay. So you can believe parts of that. There's a lot of people who felt like this is obviously about Wendy, but nobody thinks she's going to throw Eddie under the bus. Well, Wendy's court filing, because when you get an indictment, your lawyer has an opportunity to file a response.
Right.
Wendy's response was filed yesterday, and it came out today. She, of course, is denying the claims. She says she was arrested illegally. One of the demands from her attorney is they want the confessions, admissions, and statements made during the arrest
thrown
out.
Do they have cause?
This filing was just for Wendy, not for Eddie.
Mm-hmm.
She wants her trial to be separated from her co-defendant's trial.
I want out, Eddie.
Yes, and she believes she was arrested unlawfully based off of the evidence and the warrant. Okay, so everybody's trying to interpret what this means, but what we do know is Wendy is retaining her own legal counsel, and she is making a request that her trial be completely separate from her husband's trial. So what do we make of that?
My first thought is Eddie's family was right about Wendy. No, I was kidding. She don't got the man's back. You said just you first, lady.
Alicia, like Eddie's mama was right.
Yes. Eddie's
mama ain't no ride or die, y'all. She's not the ride or die.
Well, my thought was, it was the part that they wanted any confessions, admissions, or statements made.
Right. What did she say?
What did she say when she got arrested?
And for what happened, they have to feel like they have cause for this. Like, what happened at that time?
What do you mean? What does that mean?
Well, for them to say that they want this thrown out, there had to have been there's cause for it, right?
Wendy must have said something. They even be asking for that, right? What do you think she said?
She probably said, Eddie, how could you? Or something,
No, she probably said, oh, I'm sorry. Like something that was admitting that she did it. Because it's saying like any confessions.
Right.
And then she wants to
I told him not to add that watch.
Right.
What's the benefit of separating your trial from your husband's?
Well, didn't that couple do it? The one that was in like the cult and the 2 kids died.
But anyway, why did they separate the trials?
She's like, but anyway, why they separate?
You can only explain that.
We're going down a rabbit hole. Why did they separate their trials?
I'm not an attorney. In layman's terms, to me, I ain't got to go down with the ship. I'm gonna try my dice by myself and see what happens.
Do you do that to your husband? Y'all did this together. Come on, y'all.
Exactly. And it was
if I'm trying to separate myself, we did not do it together. All I did was say, honey, I can't find my ring. And he's like, boo, let's add the ring, let's add the watch. And I was like, right? So, and already her supposed what she was getting versus what he was getting, he's getting more.
Got 2 extra accounts because I think he was making more of the phone calls.
See, so he was more. I was just following what he.
Unless it's just for like we were talking about earlier, like who's going to watch, who's going to be in charge of the kids. Like if they made that decision, like, okay, I'm going to take the time and you gonna stay out and watch. Like you're gonna, maybe stay out of jail and watch the
Like, why
kids.
should we
But
both go down in flames? Our kids need one of us. You mean?
right. But
They
I
could
doubt
both go to
I
jail.
doubt
So
that's
what?
what
So
happened.
I don't think that has any bearing because they could both go to jail. Like it's not good. It's not per se that they would necessarily say, okay, well you go to jail first, and then you go to jail second. That's not necessarily.
Yeah, they
fair.
did that for Joe and Teresa because they were together.
Right.
Their
But it's
trial
not.
was at the same
Right. But
time.
it's
So the
like if
judge
she's
took mercy on them and said, I'm not going to send you both. But if their trials are separate, they're going to have two separate judges.
Ooh, that's true.
Look, she rolling her dice.
Hard.
Right.
Because, girlfriend, if you made a confession, they're not throwing that out. Because
Right.
I'm quite sure
But
those
they
police
feel
officers
that
read
it
her
can be.
Miranda rights and told her that she
Right.
had the right to remain silent and anything she said could be used against her in a court of law. I believe that's how it's read.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. They must feel, for them to say this, they must feel, meaning her and her attorney must feel there is cause for these things to be thrown out. So maybe they feel, I don't know, maybe the police or whatever did not do something correctly, or maybe there was a line in the warrant for search or whatever, I don't know, or something, I don't know, whatever. But
like they can get them they feel like there's a
on the
technicality that was missed,
right,
and that they
exactly.
can get,
I do
but
want to
they have
say
a better
Karen
chance.
Huger asked that evidence be suppressed. Karen Huger went down this path and a jury found her guilty. And then we saw that video and none of us would have seen had Karen just taken her little plea deal and her slap on the wrist.
I
Well,
wonder
but
if they
she
even
could
offer
be.
them a plea deal though. They probably wouldn't though, because it seems like they're releasing stuff so fast. The trials have gotten close to get together and already releasing information. So I wonder if they were even offer them a plea deal at this point, because now they're gonna look like the police look like an egg on their face, saying, "Oh, we offered them a plea deal, slap on the wrist for him."
Or she gets a
Everybody-
plea deal and he doesn't.
Right? It may be.
Now I was listening to, because I got this tea from Kempire. Shout out to Kempire. We cite our sources here. And he had an attorney, he had two attorneys on. And she was one of them was explaining that, I think it was Esquire, I think that was her name. She was Miss Esquire, that when there's a preponderance of the evidence, when the DA's case is very strong, that's when they offer you a plea deal, because your lawyers are telling you you're not going to win this case.
Right.
A slam dunk for them. So that's when plea deals do get offered, because it saves the state the money of going through the trial, and then it gives the defendant less time than what they would get if they got found guilty by a jury. So Miss Esquire via Kempire felt like she will definitely, both of them will get plea deals because there's so much evidence against them.
Oh, okay.
That's why I don't think they'll do as much time, but I can see her separating herself, because then if she feels that she really didn't do much, my plea deal is going to be better than what he's going to get.
Right.
I think it's so low brow. And plus, we were talking about in our previous video that, most of you feel Wendy should be retained by Bravo. She should stay a housewife and she should continue to tell her story. I just feel like this is making her story even harder to tell. Now you're throwing your husband under the bus. You a fraudster, a thief, a liar. You take back Gucci's, and now you like, man,
have no loyalty. You know what I mean? Yeah, no loyalty.
Like, what are we dealing with here? You're not even.
We got to tune in to find out. That's exactly it. We have to tune in to find
And
out.
that's why Bravo's keeping it. They're like ratings, cha-ching.
Right. Oh my God.
Gotta start from scratch. She had to come back with a whole new persona. Like, forget what you saw. Abracadabra.
I'll be like, come on the show next time. You're like Orange and Stripes.
She's like, I found God, guys. And
no, you always had God, bitch.
I tell you, I wrote my memoir.
You ain't found God. You need to go find some humility is what she needs to go find. But It's not looking like it. If she's throwing Eddie, I just can't believe she's throwing Eddie
Yeah,
under the bus. That's crazy.
I can. I just, I just feel like it gets that way when these couples get into this kind of trouble. It's like, save yourself.
Right. And I'm
like
sure
what you said, it could be a plot between the two of them to keep her safe.
It's a scheme that Todd set up.
or
to
keep
hit
the
y'all with
money in
bullshit.
control.
It's the
You know, I need
bullshit.
somebody out there so that their fund, whatever money that they do have, one of them is taking care of all of that.
And one of them is still earning money and moving things forward. So Entourage, drop down in the comments and tell us, what do you think? Do you think this is a scheme set up by Todd to keep those cephos afloat? Or do you think Dr. Wendy is throwing her husband under the bus just to save herself? And what would you do in the same situation?
Bye-bye.
You didn't even think about that, Joe. You just immediately was like,
So do us a favor and hit that like button.
I don't
And
look cute in jumpers.
subscribe button too, because always bringing the tea.
All right, y'all. Good night.
Bye.